Viewers, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Kiyembalwanga Evelyn Allen is my name, and we are happy to be with you once again. It's been a while, but we thank God that He has brought us through and He has brought us back. Thank you so much for tuning in to all our social platforms, and we believe these messages are of great value to you, and you are gaining value to you. You know, this is one of the reasons, this is one of the ways God has commissioned us to serve Him, speaking to people, speaking into people's lives, helping people, saving people out of trouble, and helping them to regain their balance. I am not alone, and like always, I am with Brian. Brian.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Once again.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yes, but we thank God. He has made all things beautiful once again.
In all things we give thanks.
Please say hi to our viewers.
Well, I'm glad to be here on this show.
Yes.
It's always an honor. I don't take it lightly.
Yes.
I love the privilege. Like you said, speaking into people's lives.
Yes.
And also learning in the process.
Yes.
I am grateful that they are tuned in. Pray that call your friends, let them know that we are here. We are back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're not only speaking into other people's lives.
Yes.
We are also speaking into our lives.
That's right.
Enriching ourselves.
That's right.
Okay. Now, we are back to our topic.
Yes.
Self-confidence, self-esteem.
Yes. I think they should see from us. We have this vibrance.
That vibrancy.
Yes. Or maybe Stibert is making us look really good.
Just, they know what they are doing, of course. Wow. Okay. Now, when we talked about at length about self-confidence.
Yes.
We described what it was.
Yes.
And self-esteem.
Yes.
And we found out that many people have lost it. And we also found out how, the characteristics of those who have lost it.
Yes.
Then we were handling the causes of the causes of loss of self-esteem and self-confidence. And we had just barely scratched it. And one of the reasons which you really touched, which was very, very challenging, was parenting.
Yes, parenting.
It was the parents.
Yes.
And I believe the parents are picked a leaf from that.
Yeah.
And especially those who are now young parents, like you.
Yes. Yes.
You are realizing what you have to do in order to help your children, my grandchildren.
Yes. Let me add this right there on the parental section.
Yes.
Have you heard of statement that we younger parents usually say about the grandparents of these children?
What do you say?
We usually say they are spoilers.
Oh, we?
Yes, you spoil these little children. But this is what I've learned. This is what I've learned.
Okay.
It's just that we, the younger parents, don't have time
for your children
to nurture the children.
Yes.
But because you molded us, you've had the experiences of different children, not just your own children, but a general outlook of children.
Yes.
So it gives you mileage in order to handle the grandchildren.
Yes.
And in so doing, because of the excess love that you have, it gives them confidence of always running to Jaja's home, to our grandparents' home.
Yes.
I don't know, parents who are watching may tell me, most of the children want to go to their grandparents' home.
Do you know why? We give them time.
That's the thing. And they come back with this confidence.
Yes.
With this self-esteem.
Yes.
And that's why you see when we're talking about the dangers or the causes of low self-esteem, what that was one of the most challenging.
Very challenging.
Aspect.
Very
Yes.
challenging. We give them time. We speak into their lives.
That's the
we
thing.
ask them, what do you want to be? And they tell you, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a doctor, and you encourage them.
That's right.
But today's parents, they don't have time for that.
No, they don't. We actually are too busy. Either you had a bad day, or when you get home, you just want to push the child
away.
Exactly. Give me time. I need time to rest.
for myself.
And yet they've been waiting for you.
Exactly.
They've been waiting for me. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's.
I believe it was something it was a healer, a therapy to the parents,
yes.
both to the parents and the children,
Yes.
to whereby we are going to see better offspring.
Yes. And then we need to also notice as parents or as people who have young people who look up to us.
Yes.
We need to notice these characteristics of low self-esteem.
Yes.
Is my child struggling with confidence?
Yes.
Is the person I'm discipling struggling with confidence?
Yes.
We have to notice. And that only happens, like you said, when you give time.
Time to them.
When you give time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah.
Now, Brian, some more
There
causes.
so many.
Some more causes, then we shall also handle how do we get people back to regain their self-confidence and
yes.
self-esteem. So some more causes of how people lose their...
This one is very interesting,
tell me.
especially to the Christian circle. We are Christians.
Okay.
The fact that someone is challenged spiritually.
Yes.
This is what I mean.
How?
If I'm having trouble, probably financially, emotionally, physically, maybe I have an ailment, or I have a disability.
All the girls have refused
have refused me, you know? Or maybe everything I put my mind to does not progress. Now I'm talking about the spiritual, because that topic is also another topic on its own.
Yes.
So I come to church, and they pray for me in January.
Okay.
And the man of God prophesies over my life, says you're going to make it. Things are going to become bright. You're going to be a big man.
Yes.
I mean, they might even swear you in.
Yes.
So 2 months down the road, you're still struggling. Things are not working out.
Not working out.
So you come back to church, and when they call, each time they're calling different aspects of people, you're in that category. Someone who gets money and just vanishes, you come to the front. Someone whose business is struggling, you come to the front. Someone who every time they get into a relationship, the girl goes, you come. I mean, in every category,
you fall.
You are there.
Yes.
So imagine a scenario that people who are sitting in the congregation are watching. When they say, is there anyone who is, they're thinking, oh, Brian should be in this line.
Among them.
Yeah, you should. So you start to hear these stories around in church.
Yes.
So before you know it, the person stops coming to church. And yet church is like a hospital.
Exactly.
Where we get health.
Exactly.
So their confidence
begins going down.
It falls drastically. And then you begin to see this person no longer wants to attach themselves to God. So it's a spiritual challenge.
They actually begin like accusing God. That if God, I'm your child.
Yes.
If
you
if
really
I'm your
love
child,
me,
yes, why would I have to go through
why
such?
am I struggling?
Okay.
The non-believers are making it in life. Me who has you, I'm struggling.
Like David said that when he saw the prosperity of the wicked,
yes,
he was
so
annoyed.
I know. So a spiritual challenge can bring low self-esteem to individuals or an individual.
Okay.
It can be a group of people who tell themselves, you know what, there's this man of God, there's this woman of God. When she prays for you, things happen. And people have testimonies. And you go there.
Yes.
And maybe the challenge comes in that, but your challenge is a little different from the other. It's a bit more,
advanced.
And so you start to feel, maybe God doesn't consider me anymore.
Yes.
Maybe God doesn't love me. So when you start talking to these people, you realize that their confidence is totally off.
Yes.
They will tell you, I've tried everything. I have been prayed for. I have fasted. I have
gone on the mountain.
Yes, I have sowed in the ministries. I have given what I can. But things are just not working out. You just leave me
What
alone.
would you think would be the problem there?
You see, remember when we had started, I talked about, all these things zero down into my perception of myself.
Okay.
You see, that's why we're here talking about self-love.
Okay.
Because self-love, in definition, you remember, it's more of who I am physically, my appreciation, wholesomely,
yes,
what I perceive about me.
Yes.
So if someone does not perceive well about themselves, you probably be prayed for from year 1, year 2, year 3, and you'll not see any change. Remember, so why we are talking about self-love and self-esteem is that we want to challenge someone to start thinking positively about themselves.
Okay.
Grow yourself, grow your worth.
Okay.
You have the pen in your own hands.
Okay. In other words, they already have that negative negativity about themselves.
And people think God is a witch doctor. He's not.
He's not.
Yeah. If
He's not a magician.
He has given me the ability to get up and carry a bucket and put it in the bathroom,
yes,
I don't have to go on my bed and say, Lord, if you are God, carry the bucket, put it in the bathroom, and then call me. I mean, that's not going to happen.
No, it will not.
He's going to give me the strength and the desire to go and bathe.
Exactly.
And that's what I need to use.
Exactly.
He has given us the ability to see worth in ourselves.
Exactly.
And it has to start with me.
Exactly.
So someone like that will start to feel, I think these people don't work. I think their prayers don't work. I think there's a problem with that church. I think there's a problem with the other church. Yet in nutshell, the challenge is with you.
Exactly. And don't you think there is an element of impatience?
Thank
in
you.
That person?
Thank you. You want quick fix. Yet the process is there. There's a process to everything. It's like,
yes, the Bible says that in His time God makes all things beautiful. But for us, we want in our own time to make things beautiful for ourselves.
We only spoil them.
Exactly.
Sometimes, this is what I tell myself. Sometimes when I pray for something and the challenge becomes bigger, I let it go.
Exactly.
Because in a way, God is speaking to you that you can't handle this thing. You're only making it worse.
He says, stand still
and know
and see His salvation.
See the salvation of God. Now,
okay,
that's one aspect. That is, we've capsuled it into a small thingy, but it's really big. So many people out there are challenged spiritually and their esteem goes down. Yet in church, that's when I need to build my esteem.
Yes.
Where the grace of
fountain.
God, yes, the fountain of life grace, is in there. That's where I feel alive. That's where when I lift up I don't have to worry about who knows me or who doesn't know me or what I did last week or not this week, because God knows everything from A to B to Z. Right?
By the way, Brian, some people think that salvation is only in church. Salvation is once you are saved wherever you are.
Thank you.
So that there's no way I'm going to begin feeling a low self-esteem in church and then outside I begin feeling great.
God spoke to Joshua and said, wherever your foot shall tread,
I've given it to you.
That's confidence.
Exactly.
Confidence. So that's one area that we need to really consider. The problem is not with God.
Yes.
The problem is with my mindset.
Yes.
How do I perceive myself? When God says you are rich and not poor, and then tomorrow I only have 2,000 shillings, does that mean God is a liar?
No. He can multiply that.
I need to change the way I think about myself.
And He has given you the ability to go out and work and multiply. He told Moses, what do you have in your hands?
Thank you.
Use what you have. And it will
create what you don't have.
Create what you don't have.
Now, the other point that I really consider when we're talking about low self-esteem is probably something that is not based on my, how do I put it? Based on me. It could be something that I was born with.
Okay.
Or something that has challenged me.
External. Something external.
It's not something that I have desired.
Okay.
But it happened.
Okay.
This is a medical aspect of life.
Okay.
Now, for some people, you could be born with a disability. Or you could have in a family line red eyes or something. You could be
all sicklers.
I've seen some people who have told me, I eat, but I just don't put on weight. Now, for some of us, you eat one,
and you expand
a small thing of beans, and before you know it, we are telling you, hey, your stomach is, you need to cut. Now, the person is challenged.
Yes.
With that. And some people are best maybe in their family line.
Yes, their genes.
They've tried everything. They've run up and down the stairs. They've, done all the foods that, and medically, it's a challenge.
Yes.
Now, you get in contact with that person and you realize that their confidence is put in their outlook. and it's locked in their medical aspect.
Yes, and it's affecting
It's
them.
external. They didn't start it, but because you have these people around you who keep telling you, but your eyes are red. But I don't know why your legs are too small. I don't know why your hair doesn't blossom
grow.
like it's not
You're
so
always, every time I see you, you're always putting on weight.
Yes, every time I see you're fat, and it's not your problem. It's something external, genetic problem. But because people have attached it to your personality, to you, it starts to eat away your esteem. So you don't want to show up in people's in public because you think there's a problem with me, or when I walk because I have a small limb.
Somehow, somewhere, somebody will comment.
Someone is commenting, but you don't walk very nicely. I mean, some people are so insensitive.
Yeah.
You realize someone has maybe this arm is shorter
than the other.
Or for a lady, maybe the breasts are not the same size, and it's not noticeable. And someone is attacking you based on a challenge that you didn't create.
Yes.
So the thing about that is that it causes someone to start to think low about themselves. I don't fit in. I'm not like the other person. So you begin to compare
with other
people, and it kills. I mean, these two things I've talked about will kill someone from the inside.
Yes.
And before you know it, they start to see themselves as a failure everyone says they are.
It's true.
So that's a challenge right there.
It's another challenge, health challenge.
You didn't create it.
No, it's beyond your control.
It's beyond your control. But just because a person that you think is your role model keeps, attaching you to that problem.
Yes.
Your family, they are drunkards. So you didn't decide.
You just found it.
You found yourself in this family. Someone will tell you, people in your family, when they reach the age of 32, they die. They bring fear. They bring anxiety. So your esteem goes down. So you begin to panic.
Think of death.
Yes, you think of death.
As the years approach.
You never think about how to make it in life. Let me tell you. Jesus put it this way, and he said it so profoundly, which I love. In John 14, he said, I go to prepare rooms for you.
Yes.
When I finish, when I'm done, I will come back.
Come back for you.
He never said that we will go to him.
No.
He said I'll come.
If might pass each other on the way.
Yeah, if my time, thank you. If my time is now,
route A when he's taking route B.
If my time is now, that means he's coming for me. He's picking me. Exactly. I should not be worried about when I'm going.
Exactly.
Yeah. So medically, it's a challenge.
It is.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
And someone watching
the causes,
who has a problem probably with your body, start to appreciate your body.
Exactly.
The way it is.
It reminds me of this man, very, very profound, called Nick. You know him? The one who doesn't have legs and arms. Nick Vujicic?
Yes, Vujicic.
I don't know, something like that. But this kind of self-esteem he has.
Yes. He's built himself up.
Him being limbless has not stopped him.
Yeah.
Look at the empire he's built.
That's right.
Somebody would say, who can get married to such a man?
Yeah.
In any case, can he function? Will I have children?
Yes.
But you see, he's got a beautiful wife and beautiful kids.
Yes.
And you see the kind of motivation that he's given out to the world. His medical...
He's made it limitless.
Exactly.
Yes, he's made it limitless.
Exactly.
So what we're saying is that self-love is irrespective of my external.
Exactly.
It has to be within my heart and my mind.
Yes.
When my heart perceives it, my mind needs to follow. I need to begin to speak to my mind continually about how good I am, how valuable I am. Otherwise, you will end up pulling yourself in the background and fade away.
You actually be the cause of your own destruction.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the other third thing that I would say is bad company.
Bad company.
Bad company.
Talk about bad company.
Bad company.
Yes.
I don't care if this person has been, giving you something to eat or
your godfather.
Or he's been paying a few bills here and there. It could be really bad company for you.
Yeah.
Bad influence. What do I mean bad company? If you find someone who attacks your esteem
personality
directly,
that
person is bad company.
Yes.
Now, there are things that you have attached yourself to, things you want to achieve. For instance, if I came to you, Mami, and I said, I want to buy a van. And the reason why I want to buy a van, I lay it down for you. The reason why I buy a van, I've had this opportunity from these people.
Yes.
They need a van.
Yes.
So if I seize the moment, I'll become a monopolist. And so I've just told you. And then this Godfather tells you, you
also want a van.
You also want a van.
For what?
You know?
At your age.
At your age. You should even be thinking
what do you call yourself?
Why are you thinking?
You're too high-minded.
Yes, you can't even afford. I'm the one who gives you money for bread. You know? So they've attacked you and the thing you want to do.
Yes.
The thing you love to do.
Yes.
The thing that you think would change your life.
Yes.
Because look, self-love is about changing you.
Yes.
And keeping that value burning.
Vibrant.
Yes. So if someone attacks the thing that you are passionate about, that person does not have interest
exactly.
in you. I don't care if they pay your fees or pay everything.
Exactly.
They just don't have interest for you. Period.
Exactly.
Because look at God meeting Gideon. Gideon was the least. I mean, that's known. He knew that. It had even been registered to him that he's the least in his tribe.
Yes.
And the weakest.
And the weakest.
And it was a song that each time someone created an opportunity for Gideon, that's the first thing he'll tell you.
Yes.
I'm the weakest, I'm the least.
Yes.
So when God comes to him,
by my brethren. Yes.
That's what he tells him.
Yes.
And just see the salutation. Mighty man of valor. Mighty man of war.
Yes.
God is speaking to him in what he knows him to be.
About him.
Look at Mary,
yes.
the mother of Jesus.
Yes, Jesus. Yes.
I mean,
held though among women.
Yes, you've never met a man.
Blessed.
Maybe a man had never told him how beautiful she was.
Yes.
Maybe she was, and then the angel comes and tells you are blessed.
Yes, among all women.
Oh, among all women.
You're going to be the mother of the Savior.
Think about it.
Yes.
God calls us according to what he knows he made us to be.
Because he's the one who fashioned us.
But now here is a person that you attach value. Person that you call high up there. My esteemed person. The one who will see potential in me. And the person is simply telling you, you're good for nothing.
Beating you down.
You can't make it in life. You have to stand by me. I'm the one who makes it
Look
for you.
at me.
Yes. So someone who is not pushing you to
excellence.
It's good to pay for someone, maybe fees. It's good to help them with their rent sometimes.
Yes.
But it's also good to encourage the person
to do it for themselves.
In what you see the potential. That's why sometimes I love these very rich men who have their sons and daughters. Some people think they spoil them. But in a way, he will create a business, an empire. The son has no idea about it.
Yes.
And then place him there.
Yes.
Maybe places other people to help him achieve. And later in life, you realize he falls
He's nurturing him.
Yes, falls into place and starts, taking care of big
charge
empires.
of it all.
Yes. So sometimes it's you can spend on a person, but in a nutshell, you're helping them to nurture them
become
into.
better.
So if someone is not doing it, he's bad company.
Yes.
That's one category. We have this other category of peer bad company.
Yes.
My same level. Now, very discouraging people who
very
always
dangerous.
beat you down, crush you. This is the thing. They'll beat you down. They will crush you. After you're down, they'll crush you. Then the final thing they'll do is when you're crushed, beaten, they are the ones to cheer you on, to get back up. Because they want to feel that you need to attach yourself to me.
Depend on them.
Yes, depend on me so that you get up. I don't like this thing of you being up there.
Yes.
I'm the one to set the pace for you.
Determine for you
very bad
how
company.
far you should go.
Let me add something to that. There are people who will always tell you your wicked things about you. They've heard about you from out there. They'll come and tell you. Do you know that people are saying this is and this about you in order to break your spirit? They want to watch you. They'll tell you, see how you respond. When they break your spirit, then they'll begin to crush you. You shouldn't have done that.
Yes.
A person like you shouldn't have been in that category. Now remember, you're already in the mud.
Yes.
Now they are dragging you through it.
Burying you.
That's bad company.
Yes.
You need to learn to respond. If someone comes to you and tells you, do you know what they've said about you? I say, well, everyone has their own opinion.
Exactly.
That's not going to change where I'm going.
Exactly.
You've just shut that voice down.
Yes.
You've just killed it.
You've just killed it. Exactly.
Because you need to. Self-love is about you. It's not about the other people.
By the way, when you listen to people, was it Steve Jobs or Jim Rohn? They would always tell you, ask yourself these questions. Anyway, we shall get it in the solutions.
Yes. So we need to break away from bad company.
Yes.
And attach ourselves to good company. Bad company will kill esteem.
Yes.
Any day.
Yes.
Any day.
Yes.
Let me wind up that aspect with this one, last point. One of the last points that I feel is very, very vital for causes of low self-esteem is when you see, I'll term it like this: when you look at yourself and you always attach yourself to the failures, the things that have happened to you. You bring your 20s into your 30s, then you bring your 30s into your 40s, like that. So you have your 10 to 20, 20 into 30, 30 into 10. I'm talking about the things that happen to you.
Yes, at different time levels.
You'll hear them when they are speaking. They say, if my mother had not, discouraged me, I would have been different. The beauty about self-love is that you can start now.
Exactly.
You can start now.
Yes.
Or about change of your esteem. It can happen now.
It can happen
today.
now because it can be cultivated.
Yes. It's not something that you say, if the other person didn't do this thing for me, I wouldn't have been in this position. This, what we're talking about, can happen now. You just have to switch in.
Yes.
Switch off the bad things and just switch in. So people attach themselves to failure. Things that have happened before, losses, failure, bad things that have happened.
Okay.
So they keep carrying them with themselves. You carry from the 20s the mistakes you made, because 20s really we are trying to learn something. So you make so many mistakes. People are blaming you for this, blaming you for that. You carry that in your 30. And you carry it in your 30, your esteem will fall.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
so now, Brian, what should somebody do to regain their self-esteem?
That's interesting.
Like 1, 2, 3 points.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
The very first one that I want to do is switch your mindset.
Okay.
Switch it.
Mindset change.
Switch your mindset into winning mindset.
Okay.
How do you do that? By celebrating yourself.
Okay.
Small victories
that you
deserve celebration.
Yes.
I have to do small goals which are achievable.
Yes.
And then I celebrate. Each time I set myself, tomorrow I'm waking up at 5.
Yes.
And I wake up at 5. Wow. If I can, I'll buy myself ice cream.
Yes.
Say, wow, I did great.
I made it.
I did great. Some people wait for other people to celebrate them. You need to start with your
Celebrate your own self.
Do it now.
Okay.
That is one.
Okay.
When I start that, I'm starting on a right journey.
Yes.
Number 2, we talked about, but you see the disadvantages have advantages.
Yes.
I need to change company.
Yes.
Go to a right company.
Yes.
Go to people who believe in you.
Yes.
Who speak
Celebrate
well about you.
Yes.
I mean, even when you make a mistake, that's why I like some parents. Mommy, you're awesome. When I make a mistake and you come and I come to you, you tell me, oh, that was not a good thing.
Yes.
But this is what you're going to do.
Yes.
Now, get the other thing, put it on this, and move.
We get a solution.
Yes.
Yes.
So you need to go to solution-based people.
Exactly.
They are not afraid to rebuke you, but they will have a but.
Exactly.
In their sentence.
They will speak into your life.
They will speak into your life.
Yes.
Just change company.
Okay.
Number 3, begin to have solitary time.
Okay, for
Mark
yourself.
1:35, Jesus separated himself in a solitary place and prayed. Go there and talk to God. Let God speak back to you about you. God loves to speak to us about us, not about other people. About me. Let him encourage your spirit. Let him encourage your mindset. Let him speak, because he speaks well of you. I mean, even if there's things here and there and one, when he's talking to you, he's talking to his son.
I can imagine. This young man Joseph.
Yes.
If God hadn't spoken into his life, Joseph would have killed himself maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
When they sold him into Egypt.
Yes.
Yes.
When
when you reach there, he would have killed himself. But because he knew what God had, he remembered the dreams.
Yes.
He remembered that God has a plan for me. Yes.
Yes.
And he knew that whether in Egypt, whether in wherever, I am best. Yeah. I'm still going to be somebody in life. So
you see, God speaks to you in your private time.
Exactly.
So let's learn to attach ourselves to a winning culture. Have a winning mentality. Celebrate the wins. Attach yourself to good company. Lastly, there are so many points, but just because of time, learn to forgive yourself.
Yes.
It is very, very important.
Yes.
Let me tell you, you can sit down every day and beat yourself over the things that you have done wrong, or the things that people are saying about you, or the people that hate you, or the people that never will work with you, never work with you because they don't like you, they don't like what you did, they don't like the things you failed to do. But when you sit down, learn to say, you know what? I might have been a mess. I must have messed up other people. But I forgive myself. I love myself.
I can do better.
I can do better. You know, changing your mindset and changing your outlook or changing the things that you're going to produce starts with forgiveness.
Yes, of self.
Because if I work in anger, I'm going to end up in the same place.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how many people talk to you.
Yes.
Once you do it and say, you know what, I am forgiving and letting go of the pain,
yes,
then you begin to see change in your life. Your esteem begins to shoot up based on you. You see, why is it important for us to build our esteem based on us? Because when the other things fail, I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still confident.
Very true.
Yeah. So
you know what? It reminds me of this lady called Naomi.
Yes.
Naomi had very low self-esteem.
I mean, think about it. She lost her husband.
And the children.
And the children.
Yes.
So.
But I mean, why would you call yourself Mara?
Maybe the community said this is the woman who loses men.
No, but she was not in her. Because by the time she was.
Yes, she had moved. She
had already moved, you know. But, imagine, she even had an opportunity of remarrying.
Yes.
But she gave the opportunity to that daughter. To me, I think that was low self-esteem.
Exactly.
Low self-esteem.
Exactly.
Well, we'll talk and there's a lot to talk about, but
yes,
really, just one word, in half a second, because our time is really gone. Speak to somebody out there who feels they want to regain their self-esteem and self-confidence.
Well, I am going to say this in Joshua 1:9, which says, have I not commanded you? Be of good courage and don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged. For I, the Lord, I am with you wherever you go.
Amen.
You see, God spoke to Joshua after Moses had been taken away. His confidence was in Moses. So God came to Joshua and spoke to him to be of good courage. Yes. Be strong. Listen. Trust in God.
Amen.
Trust that if John 1:1.
Yes.
Trust
in God.
In God. He will never speak evil about you.
True.
Yeah.
True. Thank you so much, Brian.
Yeah.
Really, that was very, very profound.
Amen.
To our viewers, I believe our souls have been fed.
Yeah.
And there's always time for us to recreate our lives.
Yes.
Recreate a new start.
Yes.
So that we regain that self-confidence, that self-esteem.
Yeah.
Remember, it all starts with you.
That's right.
When you say yes to yourself, nobody else can say no. And when God says yes, nobody can say no.
Right.
Remember, it's your life. Remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. We always remind ourselves we are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Right.
And to us parents, it's time for us, especially the young parents. This is the time for you now to nurture your children and not to beat down their self-esteem, but to help them, bring them up, help them, even the older ones. You still can. How will you do that? Befriend them. There's always time for a new start.
Right.
Otherwise, thank you so much for always listening to us. Don't forget, the pandemic is spreading like fire.
Right.
And that's why we tell you that we don't only move with our masks, but we wear them. We put them on.
That's
okay?
Right.
We put them on. We move with our wet wipes. Okay? And we also sanitize.
That's right.
And social distance, because where we are reaching, it is terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. So please, if you have that self-love about you, make sure that you keep all these soaps in place. Right. Thank you so much. And of course, Brian, we cannot forget to thank Stibbat for the good work they are doing.
Definitely.
And we remind you, for all your occasions, please, your functions, Stibbat. God bless you.